It's Tuesday, July 11th. My name is Rich, and this is your 5-minute fix. All right, so I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this because with situations like this, it's very hard to find an objective view or a non-biased view from an article standpoint. Nonetheless, we will read this article released by Vanity Fair earlier today. And from there, we'll just, we'll try to have a discussion about it because that's really what it comes down to. When it comes to this topic, the internet is split in half, which I'd say is a good thing. It is, however, sad to see that you cannot, well, at least I could not find a single article that was not leaning one way or the other. So sometimes sides don't need to be chosen. Sometimes discussions just need to be had, opinions heard and discussed. So here we go. Like I said, this is from Vanity Fair. Sarah Brady shares more alleged Jonah Hill text, claims actor was sexting her after their breakup. Now, obviously myself, I don't know what the time frame really is on that. If he was with somebody else while he was doing this sexting, if he wasn't, then what's the big deal? The surfer has accused the actor of emotional abuse and gaslighting during the relationship that began in 2021. There you go. You got a picture of the two, the star-studded couple. Sarah Brady, the professional surfer and law student who previously dated Jonah Hill, has released more screenshots of alleged text messages between her and the actor in August 2022, showing a conversation about his then new relationship with Olivia Millar. In the screenshots, which Brady shared on Instagram stories Monday, Hill allegedly wrote, "I know I don't need to, but in the spirit of pure respect to our friendship and appreciation for each other, I did want to be transparent that I did start dating someone recently." Seems like a fair thing to say, especially if he was texting her still. He allegedly continues, "I'm sorry if that is painful. It just happened, and I didn't want to not be transparent with you ever, as I care about you." In the screenshots, Brady responds in a text the next day by asking Hill to respect her own personal chicks before Dick's code and make that woman aware of how recently you've been flirting with me, sexting me, and leaning on me for partner level emotional support. In response, Hill allegedly asked Brady not to ruin all the kindness. You're better than that. Brady then responded with a screenshot of a July text from Hill telling her he's holding my hard redacted. Hill shot back by telling her that screenshotting intimate text between us is a huge triggering violation for me and breach of trust as a friend. He goes on to tell her that you have been treated, in fact, incredibly both emotionally and financially. This flood of screenshots of alleged exchanges is a continuation of Brady's public claims that began last week, accusing Hill of controlling and gaslighting behavior. During the relationship that started in 2021 and ended sometime in 2022, she showed screenshots of alleged texts from Hill claiming that your therapist thinks I suck. I literally am the best boyfriend on earth. She also claims he told her to delete photos of herself in swimsuits, not surf with men, and cut off friendships with unstable women, among other demands. Hill and Millar welcomed their first child recently. His team confirmed to the press, though details and the exact date of the event have not been shared. Hill has been vocal in his desire to stay out of the spotlight and was noticeably absent from sister Beanie Feldstein's wedding this May. In August 2022, around the same time that Brady claims the latest text messages she shared were sent, Hill wrote an open letter explaining that he'd be opting out of promoting his films because of mental health struggles and anxiety attacks. In previous Instagram stories, Brady claimed that Hill had been running out of ways to manipulate me and began questioning my sanity and medications in relation to her bipolar disorder diagnosis. In one of the stories she posted Monday, Brady commented that it may seem as if I'm sharing a lot, but you all have no idea how much more there is, which I'm choosing not to share out of consideration for him and his family. In a post to her Instagram feed July 7th, Brady shared a photo of herself in a crop top and skirt, captioning it, "Reviving a pic I took down by request of a narcissistic misogynist." And Vanity Fair reached out to Jonah Hill's reps for a comment. Obviously, if he said he's trying to stay out of the spotlight, they ain't getting a comment. But this is the question that I want to pose about this. There's no denying that perhaps some of the comments made via text message were ones that some people might find unsightly or disrespectful, discouraging, whatever, negative word that you want to use in that kind of situation. The thing that gets me is the part where she says, "It may seem as if I'm sharing a lot, but you all have no idea how much more there is, which I'm choosing not to share out of consideration for him and his family." Ma'am, you done leaked a library's worth of conversations. What's stopping you now? What is left to not share? And from Jonah Hill's standpoint, do I think he needs to make a statement? Nah, maybe not. Maybe so. Honestly, at this point, the way these kind of things go, he's gonna be roasted in a negative way regardless of whatever he says. I personally feel it's probably the best thing for him not to say anything, just carry on with his married life. This obviously is going to bring up some discussions with him and his fiance, baby mama. But yeah, you know, I just question the motive behind the releasing of these text messages now versus, you know, right after they broke up, especially when she, you know, she said essentially, respect my space, stop talking to me. You know, the birth of the baby was just announced recently, and then she goes on to release these text messages. Just a wild concept to me. So this is the question I'm posing you, to the person who's watching this video at this moment, at this point. Where do you stand on this? It doesn't have to be a big ol' explanation. It can be. I love those comments. Let me read. I love reading. But what I'd like to know is not necessarily are you on the side of Jonah Hill or Sarah Brady. I'd like to know, do you think this was handled correctly or in a mature manner? Many ways to go about these kind of things. Nonetheless, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Rich, and this has been your 5-Minute Fix.